In a world where gods walk the night sky and their champions battle evil, an unlikely group of individuals find themselves in a fight to save it. Coming from the far corners of the unforgiving land of Theros, they find themselves divinely linked. They have been sent on a journey to save Theros from impending destruction. Ezrin Azul Nightshade, a Triton Nyx-born artificer, with her trusty constructs, Mr. Clickety-Clack and Dr. Calamario. Tari, a Leonin barbarian from the northern Oreskos Valley. She has turned her back on the gods and champions no one but her people. Eunomnos, a satyr wizard, orphaned at a young age with his sister Euterpe, seeks to understand the gods and their true nature. Lucky Lala, a druid satyr of the Skola Vale, wanders the vastness of Theros with awe and amazement. Rexenor of Meletis, a powerful wizard and friend of Eunomnos. He's a devout follower of the gods and is forever driven to seek their divine favor and knowledge. Theodore, a Minotaur bard from Skophos, has chosen to seek the gods' knowledge and alienate themselves from their own warlike people. Kalitia, a centaur paladin, avenging the raids that have destroyed her tribal homelands. Together, these champions are the Asteronauts.
Love the wrong video capture. Why does it always freaking do that?
It showed the butt cam.
Yeah, usually.
Release the butthole video.
Let's do that one here.
Of the Catwoman?
Screen capture.
No, they
This
already
one, there we
released the
go.
butthole cut of that one. It was that
And
fucking
go.
butthole thing.
Why do that one? Oh my
Benjamin Bratt,
god.
Jesus Christ, man.
What a
Freaking
movie.
OBS. I tell you what.
left Law and
Apostle.
Order for that?
Like, seriously, what's up, Apostle, man? It's been
The opposite of
a while. Feels like it's been a while. I don't know. Let me... Can I... You know, usually my little thing disappears. Why is it still showing?
I think that's the subtitle.
Lock taskbar? Taskbar. Toolbar. Task manager. Lock. Nope.
And order.
Dang it.
You get a big. Oop, you get a red one.
How do you do
and
it?
You'd be like,
Settings. There we go.
I can't do an
Voila.
ampersand. Crap. It went the wrong way.
You were brought, friend. Hello, friend. How are you?
No, wrong way.
I hope you're good. Ermomplablo. Welcome, Ermplablo. Hopefully, I'm saying your name remotely correctly. We're gonna get started. All right, everyone. God, what are you guys doing? Chaos and anarchy.
The opposite of Law and Order.
Okay, are we are we good to get started?
I think so.
I'm ready.
C.
Y'all rolled for initiative.
Yeah, I think Ezrin and Dianominos both rolled a 16, but Dianominos has higher dex.
All right, Dianominos is at 17.
It's basically the same order we had the last
Oh,
three.
that's
Hammer, you go first.
Yeah.
Epic. That's your friend. Awesome. Epic, do you want to roll for initiative? Go for it,
I'm
bud.
last
Go for
again.
it.
I only took one level of cleric. Why am I last?
You are like solidly last, actually. So, welcome. All right, I'm gonna put you guys in order on my screen here. Rexenor coming out on second there. That's pretty impressive.
Coming in hot.
Dianominos, it
I
comes in.
dropped my stew bowl.
I know. Dianominos in third. Ezrin at 16 and in fourth, and then Lucky Lala, and last but not least, Theodores. Okay.
No, actually last and least.
All right. Come on. So, welcome back to Theros, Champion the Gods, where you all play as wayward superheroes championing your deity, except for Tari, who doesn't believe in that kind of stuff, or not doesn't believe, doesn't think they're worthy, I should say, of worship, and as an iconoclast. The last time we played, so you'll love this. I did update the map with some arrows.
Whoa.
And if we can get to it, roll 20. There we go.
Oh, look at that. That's where we started?
You guys started somewhere in the Dakra Isles and worked your way around and meandered and who knows where, because they're unchartable and they move around as the islands are wont to do. And then you crisscrossed the continent for a while. And then, most recently, you left Setessa and ended up going to the Cypress Gate, where you massacred, genocidal massacre of some goblins. And Theodorus, I can't even say your name. I can't even remember your name.
Me either.
Theodorus Rex turned into a dinosaur and killed some giant trolls.
I didn't kill
Mostly
anything.
taint.
Well,
No, but you soaked up enough damage so the rest of us could pick them off,
that's true. That is very true.
and that counts as a kill in my book.
Yeah.
And
They
as,
killed a dinosaur. And
as
almost a minotaur.
yes, and as you all left the Cypress Gate, you wound up a meandering, difficult, rock climby kind of a path up this ravine through the Skirchy River, trying to make your way to the Skola Vale and then onward to the Phoenix Stairs. As you all were about to get to the tippy top, the pass, you might say, of this path, you came across a cabin. And throughout this adventure, since you left Setessa, you had a friend by the name of Maurice, who threw grenades that would release these kind of Patronus-like kittens that actually killed one of the not ogres, but trolls. And I'm going to play the last 2 minutes-ish of last session. You guys can't see it, except for chat. Chat can see it. But we'll go ahead and play the audio. And you hear? Can you guys hear it?
So, Maurice, you know, I'm not terribly surprised to see you way up here. A little bit.
Can you hear it?
Bit. But, you know, you really did me wrong back in Setessa.
Oh.
And you kind of hear her mumble under her breath a little bit, and you know, it's something to the extent of like, yeah, you know, we've all kind of moved on and grown up a bit. And he says, you know,
I came up here to think, and I've thought a lot about Setessa. And I just can't let go of the fact that you just threw me over a cliff.
and he takes out a wand and zaps her, and you see that she disappears, and a second later she snaps back, and she looks like she's literally gone through hell. And she is like, her eyes are bleeding, her nose is bleeding, her ears are bleeding, and she's on the ground on all fours, breathing heavily. And she says,
"You're gonna pay for this?"
and he kicks her over the edge, where she falls.
And we're all inside.
And you're all inside, and he looks towards you all and says, "All right, guys, now that we got that taken care of, are we good here? Are we good? Right? We're good." And that's where we pick up next time. And this is where we are. All right. So, you all just heard or saw your guide, companion, fellow traveler, just get zapped through hell, thrown off a cliff, and where her crumpled body lies in the river, and Melvin looking at you all. Tari, you are technically first with initiative, but if you guys want to talk this one through, you're more than able to.
I don't know. I can't speak for Tari.
I don't know what to do. I mean,
What would Tari do?
I know. I'm just thinking that Tari would probably,
Push him off the cliff?
yeah, push him off the cliff.
That's what I thought.
So you're gonna run outside of the house and try to push him off the cliff?
Do we know that happened?
Did we do it?
As I recall, the
I mean,
door
did we
was
hear
like
her
Yeah.
scream?
The door was open and it was not a subtle movement. So by the time you at least understood like there was some rough conversations, you certainly heard the magic of her being zapped through hell. And by that point, you were very aware and knew that he booted her over the edge. So yeah.
Okay.
Do I have time to do a quick heal?
I mean, you should be all healed up. On her?
I mean, for her lady face.
No, she is like, I mean, she's dead. Like that was several hundred feet that she fell.
Did we hear a bunch of cats meowing as she fell down?
When she hit the ground, instead of like a puff of smoke, it was just like meow, 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 and a puff of kittens.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was very sad.
she became her Kitronuses.
Oh yeah, and the cats started eating her. It's very,
Oh no!
Eyeballs first.
yeah.
So if I run out and like do some acrobatics or something and try to push him off the cliff, would that be like a athletics check or a strength check?
It would be, yeah, probably a strength contest. If you want to run up and try to bowl him over. So I can move you up. Yeah. All right. If you want to do that.
All right.
So do a
Saving throw or just the straight skill?
I'm gonna have you do the straight skill, and I'm gonna have Melvin do the saving throw. This either so we have Epic Gamer who's controlling him right now, and I'm gonna say that he can either do a Dex or a Strength saving throw. If Epic,
I
you
feel
wanna
like
roll?
he's probably. Never mind.
So you're gonna do it though. So
I'm going.
roll for it. 14. Okay, for athletics. Let's see what Epic gets.
Oh, sorry. You wanted strength, didn't you?
Yeah. Let's do a strength.
And it should be the same thing.
Yeah,
It could be the same.
Oh, yeah. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the only strength-based skill.
yeah. And 14, so it's a tie. So what happens is that you end up running out like a football player, about ready to just deck him, and he puts his back foot down, and you guys just like stop right in the middle.
Cue Star Trek fight music.
Exactly. And and you're kicking and pushing, and he is not budging at the moment.
I have a second attack.
Yeah, if you want to try it again. Nope.
No. No.
Nat 1. All right, Epic Gamer.
He's probably going to throw me off of the cliff. Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
If only you'd raged, Amber, and gotten advantage on those.
I should have.
I didn't want a metagame.
Shit.
But she has 7 strength, so that saves her, I bet.
She's a cat. She can't land.
Yeah.
Land on
Let's
700
see.
feet below.
All right, Epic, what are you going to do?
Uh-oh.
I like how it cuts in and out.
I know I have it set to the wrong audio settings. Oh, stop playing. Here we go.
I thought about raging. I probably should have.
There we
Oh
go.
well.
So Epic, you can either do you can actually, with a nat 1, I'd say you can get an attack of opportunity. As Tari really steps into it and tries to push, and the gravel slips out from underneath you and you fall on your face, causing him to get an attack of opportunity.
Sorry.
So, sorry, there's a little bit of delay on the stream too, so let's see what's going to happen as Melvin gets ready to react. Not Melvin. So sorry. Maurice is dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maurice is
Exit
dead.
Maurice.
I don't think I have any.
So you want to do Eldritch Blast? What do you want to do?
It's a series wrap on Maurice.
I'm going to do Eldritch Blast. And see if it hits. That's going to be a nat freaking 20.
Makes sense.
And it's a count of 4. So that's going to be, I'll show it to you guys. 4d10. And 14 times 2.
Worse.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse. So 14 times 2, what is that?
28.
28. There, yeah, it makes sense. 28. So 28 damage to Tari. All right, Tari, that is your turn. Next up is Rexenor.
Okay.
You're inside loving on the stew. It's delicious.
I thought we were going to eat. Are we already in? Oh shit! I feel confused by this whole scenario here. So I think the thing that makes most sense to me is he is going to cast Detect Thoughts. Wow, that's a long description. For the duration, concentration up to a minute, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell on your action each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any creature, blah, blah, blah. I assume he has an intelligence higher than 3. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can shift your attention to another, blah, blah, blah. We'll worry about that later. I'm casting Detect Thoughts on Melvin. I want to know.
Does he have to make a save?
For this, no. If I try to probe deeper, he'll make a save.
So on the surface, you do get this almost calm sense about him where he has finally accomplished his goal. And at this point, he really doesn't care about you all. Like, he feels that you all delivered to him a gift, and it's like this calm joy, content. Yeah.
All right. With the rest of my turn, I'm going to say, well, I think we've got to light this motherfucker up. I'm going to step just a little bit farther away from him. On the bright side, I do have all my first level spell slots again. So, yay.
Yay. All right. So I'm going to put you kind of like just in the house still.
Perfect.
All right. What's up? No. I am using this. All right. Next up is Dianumenos. People are fighting. What are you doing? You're inside the house.
I have no idea what I'll do. Excuse me. I guess I just ask Melvin, I say, what was that all about?
Oh, what was that?
all about?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, my friends. Maurice down there. Well, we have a little bit of history, you see.
Nothing personal against you all. It was the will of the gods to bring her to me today and for me to get my revenge. So, I mean, if you all want to continue on, feel free. Feel free. Go. Go now.
Well, what did you have against her? What was the revenge for?
The revenge that I have towards her. Well, you might...
We weren't privy to that story.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit of the backstory. Do you all wanna kind of chill out a bit and we can have a little talk?
Sure.
Yeah.
I sit down and pull out her and manifest some popcorn.
And the rest of you, Tari. Is that your name, Tari? I thought I heard someone say that. Do you need a hand? I can help you up. I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
No. Tari just like, you know what cats do? They like roll and like jump and
Pretend like nothing ever happened.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. You're pretty strong. I get it. Rexanor, you cool in there? Yeah. You tired of
This-
poking in my
This
brain?
stew is amazing. I'm a little disturbed by what you did to Maurice. I have done that little trip through hell a couple of times. It is quite brutal.
Oh, yeah. It's a favorite of mine. Favorite.
I don't know how someone could make such delicious stew and yet be so cruel.
Well, you know, you learn from the best. And the best are often dead. But anyway. If you all want some more stew, it's on the house. It's on the house. But you see, I've known Maurice for a long time. We grew up together. My first memory of her, actually, was in kindergarten. Way long time ago where... I should have known it. She stole my green crayon. Can you believe that? Mine. My green crayon.
Gosh, I hope that you killed her for something more than a green crayon.
Oh, that was just the beginning. And she called them crowns. That's number 2. They're not crowns. They're crayons. But, absent of that, you see, growing up in Setessa, we were orphans. Me and her. We were found together, wandering the wilds. Our parents killed in some barbarian rampage or something. I don't really give a shit. But, you know, we became confidants, became friends through primary school and learning the arts about artificery. But in Setessa, they don't let men become artificers. We go out west and train animals. So, me and her made a pact that she would stand up for me. She would advocate. She would be my champion. You know what she did? Do you know what she did?
No.
That's why you're telling us the story.
She turned me in, called me a traitor, and I was relegated. I was relegated to the wilds. I was banished from my home, never to return. So, through thick and thin, I found myself here, ostracized from everything I knew and everyone I loved, including her. So, she had it coming. Oh, those little kittens? I fucking taught her that. That's my trick. Patent pending, come on. So anyway, water under the bridge, right? You know, it just so happens that it took me a long time to find this place, and I kind of like it.
It's nice.
It suits me.
So, I mean, if you've been wanting this revenge for a while, what's next for you?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep building things. Maybe I'll be the guardian of the pass. I don't know. You have any job openings?
I mean, I think you'd do very well as a splatter at the bottom of this cliff. If we're all in agreement. I mean, I'm not exactly swayed by your argument there.
It's not an argument, it's the truth. It's my motivation. You don't have to agree with it or not.
I don't.
Okay?
As it had nothing to do with what you just did.
It has nothing to do with you.
No.
Can I push him off the cliff yet?
Can I try to probe deeper into his mind?
On your turn.
I just figured, after the long monologue, somewhere in there 6 seconds would have passed.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how long I can hold off turning into a T-Rex and eating this guy.
May I ask you a question, though, Melvin? Why did you just do that to not warn all of us? I mean, it's very jarring. I know you've been out of civilization for a long time and all, but surely you could appreciate that that's surprising.
You know, when you've been perseverating on a task for the last 20, 25 years, and it just comes and just lands right in front of you, you really don't give a shit of who her friends are. I sure don't.
But surely you would expect that our companions here would want to take revenge on somebody who just had a violent action out of nowhere.
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It would be a shame if any of you happen to, end up on the bottom of this cliff with her. It's not a threat. It's not a threat.
That still sounded like a threat.
It's
It was pretty much a threat. Can we please get to another turn so that we can kill this fucker?
It was a real special green crayon, by the way.
I'm sure it was.
It was. It was my first artificer creation.
A crayon?
Yeah. It was an everlasting crayon, and you could eat it, and then it would just regrow. How cool is that? You could eat your crayons and have them too.
Can we please kill this guy? I'm just turning to everyone else.
Well,
All right. Dianomenos, what are you doing?
I guess I will ready. I don't know. I guess I'll ready an acid arrow, but not cast it.
Okay. Are you staying inside the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yes.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll leave and go more deeper into the cliff face.
Okay. Kind of where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of just meander towards the back of the group there.
Yeah, but I'll leave my my book in the house.
Okay. Your book is in the house.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Ezrin.
Yes, so he is standing on the edge of the cliff, correct?
Yes.
So I would like to cast Gust of Wind.
Yes.
So he has to do, I believe, a strength. I'm going to move so that I can get just him and none of my friends.
Okay.
So I'll move up and cast Gust of Wind at him.
Okay. What does he have to do?
Strength, right? Isn't that
Yep.
what?
Strength
Yeah.
save?
Strength check.
Strength check. Oh,
Quick
that's
saving throw.
Saving throw, yeah.
It's gonna be an 8.
Ooh.
17. So he is pushed 15 feet off the cliff.
All right, I don't think he can fly. Let me double.
Believe he can fly.
Maybe as feather falling.
Yeah, let me check.
I say, this is for the more recent. If you're worth any kind of artificer, you can get out of this.
That was too easy.
You really don't like.
Shut up, Lucky.
You really don't like vigilantism in this group. I think it's like the calling.
All right. So I'm gonna say he falls and lands and it is what 1d6 per 10 feet,
Yep.
and I'm gonna say it's 200 feet. So
No.
That's 20d6. That's going to be rough on.
so 20d6.
Yeah.
That's like
That's like the best damage I've ever done.
68.
I don't think Rex would be insta dead, but he sure would not be enjoying this.
isn't that half of what's the 9th level evocation spell?
Oh, Firestorm. Yeah.
Or meteor
Alright.
storm?
Meteor Storm.
Meteor
That's
storm. Yeah.
Wait, 68 damage is how much he took?
Yeah.
I have 67 hit points.
So he
survived that.
he falls down, and you kind of see him do this whole like kind of a thing. Epic, I got it. And he falls, and he instantly just stands back up and says,
Oh. So that's how it's gonna be, is it?
Oh, I said if you were worth any kind of artificer, you'd be able to get out of it, and obviously you did. So perhaps you're not just crayons and growing.
Can you even hear each other?
Yes.
I know there's a waterfall right there.
I'm yelling. Can you hear me?
I'm yelling too.
all right, is that your turn? Oh, Ezra, you still have more to do.
I'm going to take out my crossbow. I think it's with disadvantage, right? Because it's
Far. He's too far.
200 feet. I think
No,
Yeah.
he's within range.
Yeah, yeah, we'll say the fall was 200, but for like attack purposes, like you guys are still like within range.
Oh, okay.
Just so he doesn't have to like hike back up to the top and take like 4
Wait a
turns
minute,
doing
You
it.
want him to be in range?
You're gonna need like 3 rounds.
Time out, guys. Time
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Let me get back up there. Let's try this again.
So I got to 19.
19 hits.
Okay. So, I only got 1 lightning. So 11 piercing, 1 lightning.
Okay, so sorry, how much?
A total of 12, unless you have to separate the damage.
Nope.
Oh,
All
I'm pretty
right.
sure my window crashed. Oh,
So
no,
I
it's
did 80 damage to him. Although maybe I did 0 with the push. I do not know.
We don't know. All right. Anything Clicky Clack and Calamario are doing?
They cannot reach him.
Is Clickety gonna try flying down there?
Clickety Clack's gonna stay up here for the time being.
Okay. All right. Lucky Lala, what are you doing in all this?
So what I want to do is I feel like he's more powerful than we think since he can survive that fall. Makes me a little bit nervous. So I'm going to shapeshift into a giant eagle.
Okay. Dang.
So
And not
I
help.
throw one
Frodo
arm out
and-
and a wing pops out. I throw the other arm out and a wing pops out. Then I just kind of pull my wings together and open up, and here I am, a giant eagle.
What kind of an eagle?
It's a giant eagle. So
Giant,
it's
just
they're
giant.
large. They're large.
Just a
They're not
giant
medium.
eagle.
And they're mounts.
All right, I'm trying to find a picture.
And he's not going to help Frodo and Sam until after.
That's right.
Yeah,
You just
Gandalf doesn't have connection to me yet. I'm
See you in the,
on vacation for Gandalf.
I'll see you in the Coca-Cola Vale.
All right, hold on. I'll get it. Just wait.
I love it. You can fly now. That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it's safe that I'm on the cliff, so I figured I'd change to my environment.
Oh, and Andy, I did get on my broom. I guess that would be one thing I did.
Okay, and it's giant, you say?
No, large, just large.
Large.
But it's called a giant eagle.
It's
but
giant for an eagle.
Yeah. All right, so you are now a giant eagle, and you
What was in this stew? I think you lucky became an eagle.
and you can now
I
control
love
the
my
eagle.
giant eagle! Yay! So unfortunately, that takes up my whole turn.
Yep.
So I can't really do anything else at the moment. So
I'm gonna move you a little bit.
who's next is next.
Why you go over there? Just move over
Yeah, you can just throw me this.
Okay. It is now Melvin's turn,
Mm.
which we'll see what Melvin's gonna do.
26.
as he continues to walk up the cliff face. He's like, okay. So
Time out, you guys.
he's gonna take out his wand. That it's not just like a wooden wand. It like has all these gears on it, and like it keeps moving and is always changing shape. And he zaps it, and poof, comes up right behind
Uh-oh.
Theodore.
He's
Melvin,
been
right
ready for
behind
this.
you.
He's been ready.
Yeah, right. Actually, right there. All right. That's an action, right? What are you gonna do? Anything else? Gotta close out some windows.
Dang, that was gonna ruin. It's gonna change what I was gonna do.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna jump into the air, polymorph into a sperm whale, and land on him.
Well, if you
Ladder.
jump really high, maybe you can still pull that off.
It's a challenge rating 8 monster.
Can he do that?
Yes, we
Hi.
go right there.
That's crazy.
Hold on. Sorry, it's hard with having the delay and having someone else play a character. It's kind of exciting though. All right, so what I think what's going to happen is as he steps through this dimensional door, it sounds like you, Theodore, and him both take 4d6 force damage. So let's see what that's going to be. And that's going to be 19 damage.
Do I get a save or anything?
Let me look it up. Dimension door. You teleport yourself from your current location to another spot. You arrive at exactly the spot. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You can bring along an object, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or a creature, you and any creature traveling with you. Okay, that's traveling with. So that would not be Theodore because he's not traveling with. So any with you and any creature traveling with you each take 46 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you.
So he hurts himself and doesn't teleport?
It's got to fit.
So I think what's going to happen is he's going to go right behind you and not actually teleport on you.
Okay.
So he's going to pop back up there.
What?
So yep.
Why did you do that? I would have run away.
Oh no, he's looking for a brawl. He's looking for a brawl. All right, Melvin, is that your turn? I think that's your turn. If not, he's going to hold a turn, hold an action until he types it in. And Theodore, you're up next.
Dang it, I was looking for the sperm whale stat block, but it's in the rhyme of the Frost Maiden and apparently nowhere else. Boo!
Boo.
All right, well, I'm not going to turn into a whale. I will...
I'm gonna move lucky.
Is anyone hurt?
I am.
Tari is.
Sorry, is hurt.
I really hate that we don't get the opportunity for Theodore to go, well.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'll save that in my pocket for later when I find that stat block. Well, thank you for coming back up here, buddy. I really appreciate it because a lot of my spells are pretty short range. So, first of all, I'm going to use my powerful speechy weechy.
Okay. Yeah, and Melvin's hurt too, so he is hurt. If you want to heal him.
Nah. Gosh, it's unsettling words, right?
Mhm.
Is that a bonus action? Yes. I will unsettle him.
Okay.
For 1d8. Does he roll that? Do I roll the unsettling, or would you at the time of making a saving throw? I don't.
Well, does he make a saving throw now or at the end of his turn?
Oh, I
Okay.
roll now. So
Okay.
1d8. You will reduce your next saving throw by 8.
Wow. Does he have to make a save for that?
Nope. That's a bardic inspiration, but backwards.
Ooh.
I think what I say is whale.
And he's like,
I don't understand what you're saying.
and then, yeah.
And now I can do some cool stuff. I mean, a -8 is pretty bad for anybody.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal.
He's gonna basically fail anything.
Yeah. Okay. And that's your action?
That was a bonus action.
Oh Jesus.
The power of the bard is coming out.
Oh
Yeah.
man, there's nothing really all that great. I mean,
It's useful though.
there is one thing I could do.
Okay.
Let me look up something really, really fast. As I say, whale again. I'm gonna cast polymorph on him.
On him?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn him into a frog.
No, he would jump.
Okay, not a frog, a turtle.
There you go.
Does he have to make a save?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
It will be a.
You're so mean.
Is it? Last for duration. I'm trying to think. What is the saving throw for that?
Spell save DC maybe?
It is like such a long.
Yeah, it's a long description.
Hang on, I'm almost there.
Save or something.
It's either wisdom or charisma, I think.
It's got to be one of the wisdom saving throw -8.
Yeah.
A wisdom saving throw -8. All right.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Wisdom. Oh, dang. Oh, nat 1.
He's gonna turn into a tadpole.
He's a turtle, my friend.
Never mind, it's not a frog.
All right. Hold
Ladies
on.
and
I don't
gentlemen,
know what the stats for a turtle are. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Is there stats for
Don't kill him, anyone, because then he'll
Don't hurt him.
come back
Oh,
out.
now I can't grab it.
It's a tadpole. It's a frog. I think he's
No,
a
I want a turtle. I want a turtle. I guess frog will do.
turtle.
Close enough.
I guess so.
Kermit.
It turns out it's not easy being green.
Yeah. All right. So he has the stats of a frog, but once his HP drops to 0, he reverts back to himself.
I think he has
So-
like 2 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't hurt him.
Don't hurt him.
What are we gonna do to him? Put him in a box?
Is there a higher cliff?
How long does the spell last though? Like, what's the
I think
duration?
it's like a minute.
Oh, an hour.
An
Oh,
hour.
an hour?
I'm gonna pick him up. Can I pick him up as well?
Yeah, you can pick him up. I need you to do a animal handling check. Or no, you know what?
I picture that as Theodore's strong suit.
No, let's do sleight of hand instead, because it's really small and slippery.
Oh no, my animal handling's better. I think.
No, you're doing a sleight of hand. And
Fine,
letting 12.
sleight of hand. 15.
Yeah, so either one, like it's a struggle, and this thing's hopping around all over the place.
I'm not surprised. Does anyone have a box?
Mhm.
You guys can do an investigation check.
I
Yeah.
always have trinkets and boxes.
And
Yeah.
a pouch.
Ezrin has a box, and you have a pouch.
Yeah, but let's use Ezra's box.
We could put him inside of a bag of holding.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
I think it would be more appropriate if Ezra
He might
would
get injured,
pick him
though,
up
in there.
and drop him.
Oh yeah, you mean fly as high as you can go and drop him?
Drop him
Yeah,
again.
that's pretty much
But then he'll come back.
If
But-
you do enough damage.
not if you drop him from high enough.
If you drop him from high enough, the damage will break through the turtle's shell. So to speak.
Rexinar gives a pedantic explanation of terminal velocity.
We don't have time for your science.
I fly for the next 600 turns.
Flying to the stratosphere.
We have an hour to figure it out. Can we go down there and maybe see what the remains of our friend were?
I was actually gonna do that at the end
That's
of
a good idea.
this
Yeah.
battle.
Oh,
Can I
I can-
like scroll down that way and just do it, have it look
Yeah, so you guys are looking where?
at the bottom where what's her name?
Maurice.
Maurice's remains are.
Yeah.
I mean, I would also hand the turtle to the giant eagle. I feel like the eagle could take it anywhere. Is there a volcano near here?
You have not seen a
need-
volcano.
So what we could do is I need somebody to roll animal handling, and if you roll high enough, you can ride me, and we can go down there and grab Maurice's body.
Wait, I have a question. Do we know the town that he was talking about where he supposedly got kicked out of?
I think it was Satessa.
It's a
Yeah.
Tessa.
The Tessa. So I wonder if we could bring him back there.
Ooh.
I mean,
And
it's
then,
going to take you
bad
way
idea.
longer than an hour, and you'd have to go back
Yeah.
over the goblin territory and all the woods, and you don't have your steeds anymore.
Yeah.
And we don't have teleport or something.
We have
I mean, you have a
eagle.
wish if you really want to do that.
No,
I let me tell you from personal experience, fucking don't.
no, it's not worth it. But
Yeah.
can we just keep him alive until then?
Yeah.
Or in stasis
He'll
or
shapeshift
something?
back.
That's a
In
you
an hour.
okay.
Too bad we
Just out of
didn't have one
character.
of those,
He's going to be
iron
fighting us at
flasks.
every turn.
I just don't want to kill something indiscriminately all the time. I don't know.
It's very discriminating.
He killed our friend.
You are discriminately
Yeah.
killing this fucker.
I mean, he might have had a real valid reason to do it.
He made a crayon.
No, it wasn't the crayon. It was that he got expelled, or he got like kicked out of Satessa.
But that's what happened
That's
to all
still
the
not a
males.
very good reason to murder someone.
That's the
I'm
culture of the
saying the hell.
Satessans. Is to have all the males go out and handle him.
If we're going to take him prisoner, we might as well let him go.
Yeah.
Because that's just going to be one other thing we've got to deal with on what sounds like it's going to be a very dangerous journey.
Yeah, but he also might know the area really well.
He has done very little good in his life. All he has done is focus on revenge, and now he has taken his revenge, and it
We
will
need
bring him nothing.
We need to get one of those balls.
A Pokeball?
The iron flask.
The iron flask. We need
That's
that.
what Atari just said.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
All right, Ezra, we need you to craft a legendary item real quick.
I'll be back in 10 years.
You've
Yes, I love
got
it.
an hour. Go.
The crafting timetables in 5e are a little weird.
Yeah. It's
It's like 4 weeks.
it's like Star Trek. It'll take me 10 years to do that. Well, you've got an hour.
Damn it, Scotty. I love that they had Scotty's voice in that last episode.
Yes. While they're all debating the finer points of this, I'm going to look around in his cabin.
Okay.
Yeah, good point.
Do an investigation. A 12.
Gross.
I mean, the stew's really good. You are looking up. You find the recipe for the stew.
Ooh.
Now, I am also going to add my Oracle's Insight and add a D10 to that.
I got a 25. Oh, geez.
Oh, 13. Never mind. This
I could
food's real,
inspire you.
this food's real good.
Yeah. You find where the bed is, and you see that there's an outhouse that overhangs the cliff, and so it goes right down into the
Ooh.
water and over the cliff. It's
He is
How
clever.
convenient.
I must give him that.
yeah,
It's like that. It's like that castle in Game of Thrones.
exactly.
It's like airplanes.
The moon door. In this case, it's a pun.
Ezrin, were you gonna do something?
I did an investigation for 25.
Okay. And Ezrin, were you gonna do the same?
Yes, and I'm investigating. I'm looking for any notebooks, magic items, things that look like creations that he's working on.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dia, what are you looking for?
Just the same thing that Rex was.
Okay. So, Ezrin, what'd you get? You got a 21?
Yep.
Yeah, so you both find a sorry, it's a frog, not a turtle. So Epic, you are essentially a frog for the next hour. So when there's
Boy, if I had $1.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
You have the mind of a frog, unfortunately.
So you all do find a treasure trove of things. Dianomenos, you get the sense that like there's all these encrypted writings. There's like scrolls, or like scrolling, writing, mostly in crayon, all over the inside of
Is it green?
of this house. It is a green crayon. It's an everlasting green crayon.
Wait, I thought he said that she ruined it.
No, she stole it, but he made a new one.
Oh, well, why did he care?
It took him years to. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into
Do I
this
know
back.
what the script says?
It would. You're gonna have to do. What would it be?
I'm a scribe's wizard after all.
Yeah, do an Arcana check. Ezrin, you find
I will
schematic.
inspire you. I will inspire you with your Arcana.
All right. That's
7.
7? Oh, nice.
And
So that's 25.
25. There are, after spending probably half an hour looking at this, so time's ticking here, you get the sense that a lot of this has to do with Perforos. And you get the sense that he might have a relationship with Perforos that is more akin to, oh God,
Chiron?
huh?
Chiron?
To a warlock.
Oh.
Oh.
He's a.
Uh-oh.
Well, you just
Suddenly, my opinion of this guy changes.
didn't you shoot out this class at someone?
What's
He's not
that?
so bad,
He
guys.
just found himself in Farika's crosshairs, though.
And Ezrin, you find schematics to some artificery mechanics that are way beyond anything you've ever seen before. So we'll have to think off camera exactly what you just discovered, and something that you can make with enough. There are all sorts of gears and tools for you to use to craft something.
Yes, I stick it all in my bag of holding. All of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Same with me in the scribe or the books, I guess.
Oh, and apparently he had to make a red crayon, so this is all in red crayon.
Oh.
And I meant no
Red
offense
is
to anyone who
evil.
says crayon or crown.
Crayon.
No
Crown.
offense to crowns.
Crowns.
You're wrong, but you're right, I suppose.
Yep.
Like people who say crick instead of creek. It's like it has 2 E's in it. Get your shit together.
So I mentioned the Porphyros
Library.
thing, library.
So you mentioned the Perforos and the warlock
Everybody.
business.
Yeah. I say, I think
Perfect. Why would anyone follow that?
I mean, he
It's
has
like the
an
opposite of being a
artificer.
druid. It's almost like the druid's counterpart.
True. Mine is of metal.
Well, can I just go pick up Maurice?
Yeah, you can fly down and get
I'm just gonna
Maurice.
fly down. I just feel so bad. We can't leave her lifeless body at the bottom of a ditch.
Yep. So
I'll
You gonna
just
scrape it
We've
all up?
left so many lifeless bodies
She-
in ditches.
We
take
left
a little
about
bit of damage to
300
my claws, but since I can't put her on my back, I'll just scoop her up.
okay.
We left like 300 in the goblin place.
How long would it take Lucky Lala as an eagle to fly to Sutessa?
Oh, I don't know how.
An eagle to fly to Satessa.
It's just-
I'd say probably like a day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a frog only for an hour.
Yeah, and time's ticking. I mean, I would say you guys have 20 minutes left.
He's gonna shift back and be angry.
Yeah.
Well, what are we gonna do with them then? I mean, you
I
could go.
still think
Like my
that
idea.
someone needs to fly up as far as you can and drop him.
I think that's probably the correct course of action. Can we put something from heavy, like mean, for it to land in?
Like a spike, a needle.
What were you saying?
Instead of needles.
Right in the butthole.
You know, I have a lot of javelins that we can set up as like a, you know,
I mean,
Ooh, we can do fire and spears and everything at the bottom, and then
Trying to
Lucky
torture. Jeez, this is
No.
like
We're trying to prevent torture. We're trying to make it as quick as possible.
quick
Yeah.
death.
there must be a more
One-turn
humane way
death.
to do this.
you know, all we have to do is get a knife, stick it right in his head, and
But
like lobster.
But unfortunately, Tari, when he becomes less alive, then he turns back into the original form.
And we have no way to restrain him more
And
permanently.
we don't know how many hit points he
I mean, yes, we can restrain him.
We could chop off his hand and pull out his tongue so he couldn't cast spells anymore, but I don't know that that's any more humane.
Well, I just think he would be useful.
Quark enters the chat.
Oh yeah.
Nordak would have already killed this fucker.
I mean, bag of holding definitely doesn't that like smother someone after a while?
Yeah, it would be a slow,
air.
miserable death.
Yeah, we don't want to torture.
Are we
him.
gonna Sims this guy? That's crazy.
Are we what?
Sim, like the game where you build a ball around a character.
Oh, you mean what's the cask of?
Cask of Amontillado.
Yes, we could do that. We could cask him.
For the love of the gods, Rexenor.
Unfortunately, he can teleport, so he'd probably get out.
True. Well,
Not without his wand.
All right, who can fly like several hundred feet up in the air?
I think
I
the giant.
could do it, but it'll cost a spell slot. Ezrin has a magic broom.
There's an eagle right there.
Well, I'm flying.
This is
I
also
think
true.
eagle.
I could fly up there, but then I'll drop him and he'll just turn back to human.
Well, whatever remaining hit or damage you do goes to
Yeah.
him. So, how high can you fly
80 feet.
per turn?
That's your speed.
That's
Yeah.
no, my speed is 10. My fly is 80.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah,
fly.
And if you dash, it's 160.
And you have 15 minutes to fly up, up, up.
So
Yeah.
that's how many rounds?
times 160.
I mean, so
Well, maybe we should wait until he starts to, like 5 minutes before he turns, and then someone
Drop.
drop.
He'll die the same either way.
Do you know, Manos? You seem like you don't want to hurt this one.
The only thing is that once I pick him up, it's gonna do a little bit of damage to him.
I just think
Claws.
there's been
So he might actually turn human right away.
oh, that's true.
a lot of death.
It's a talon attack, which is like 2d6.
I
Unless
guess
someone,
I can fly it. I could dash at 100. Well, no. Can you dash on the broom? Take that action?
no,
That sounds like
I don't know.
It depends on whether it gives you a fly speed or if it just travels a certain speed.
Right, it's like a vehicle, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's more like a vehicle.
So
So, Dionomos, what were you saying?
I was just saying, I think there's been a lot of death, and we could use a local guide's expertise. Although I know he'd be difficult.
He's not gonna help us.
He's not
He already
trustworthy.
said that.
I mean,
I don't
surely
trust
we have
him.
a charm spell we could use of some kind.
If it
Oh.
hits.
How is that any more ethical?
Yeah.
It's not. And my suggestion only
thank
lasts
God.
8 hours if I'm concentrating.
We either just leave him here and allow him to have succeeded in his grisly quest.
Yeah. So here's the question: what are we doing after this? Because
I think
maybe
we're continuing on to the Skola Vale, aren't we?
yeah. So maybe he would know a better way. If you've lived out in the wilderness by yourself for decades, I'm sure that.
Hey, we tried to kill you and we discussed the finer points of it, but we'll let you live if you'll guide us and not fuck us over.
This guy is always going to fuck us over, just like he fucked over his friend.
It's
His best friend growing up.
But with suggestion, I think it could work.
for 8
I
hours. If he fails.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with this character who
I don't
murdered our
either. We're gonna
Yes,
have a lot of encounters along the way.
it was a revenge killing, and that deserves justice.
Karma.
I'm
Yeah.
torn. I am torn between two possible outcomes here. One, we leave it, this turtle or frog, I forget, and just carry on our own. I do not think they will help us, and I do not want their help. Or we throw it off the cliff.
Can I-
He
I'm
might
gonna
come
do-
after us though if we don't kill him.
Can I do a
He's
post
got
turtling
teleportation.
insight check?
A post frog insight check?
A post frog insight check.
I mean,
yeah.
when he turns into a human, you can.
Okay. Did anyone
I
do
don't
insight
want the
check?
help of this individual.
So I'm gonna stay when he turns because we're running out of time. When he turns back, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah,
so
he also did blast our friend Tari.
True.
Yeah.
Can I
Alright.
put him in a pouch and then hook that on the eagle's talons that Lucky can do so it doesn't do any damage to him?
Mm-hmm.
Can
An
you,
eagle.
yeah, I mean, you can carry him. Yeah, you can carry him and ride on Lucky's back.
Yeah, you put my. Oh yeah, put my back.
Okay.
Why wouldn't the eagle be able to pick up a turtle without killing it?
Because I have claws.
You can always deal non-lethal damage with any weapon.
Oh really?
That's a good point.
But it still does damage, and this frog has 1 HP.
It would make it go unconscious. It wouldn't kill it.
Well, and then it would turn
We
back
just drop
into
frog form.
Yeah, it would then turn back into Maurice or Melvin.
I think you could pick up a thing without killing it. You're not. That's how eagles eat turtles in real life. They fly them up in the air and drop them.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't
That's
like
a real
enjoy
thing.
being.
I know it is.
It's not just from small gods.
No,
it's a real thing.
All right, so are you guys gonna carry Melvin?
You know what? I do know, Manos. I'm swayed by your argument. I think we should just leave this creature here and move on.
10 minutes. You have 10 minutes now.
Try to come after us.
And Manos just saw the writings that he's associated with.
Porphyros.
Yeah, and that's one of our arch enemies.
Porphyros is one of the 5 main gods of this land. We should just leave.
But we don't trust him.
I think
No,
we
we
can
don't.
be next on his revenge list, and he has no
could
one
be a
else
minion.
but us.
That is also true. I mean, we did worse than eat his crayon or whatever that she did.
Well, let me tell you a little story about a man named Odysseus.
80 years later, he's gonna push me off a cliff because I turned him into a frog.
Mm-hmm. Or his kids will come back and take revenge. It's gonna.
This guy's got no kids.
Well, you never know.
I
His
just did a
minions.
religion check to see if killing a god's warlock would be like sacrilege or whatever.
That probably is also true.
You got
We've
21.
been doing that for over a year.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've heard some crazy things about Porphyros. Maybe we shouldn't anger that one.
So, Manos, you realize that you haven't really dealt with Porphyros to your knowledge overtly.
Mm-hmm.
And messing with his warlock again, not to the level of a Nyxborn where they're kind of recreated or simply just created within heaven, Nyx itself, but these warlocks are kind of their elevated champions, slaves, doers in Theros. So Porphyros probably wouldn't take kindly.
This isn't the guy that Porphyros pushed off a cliff, is it? Do you remember that?
I do remember that. No.
Guys, I think our time's up. He's probably gonna turn.
Yeah, you got like 2 minutes left.
Okay.
A decision.
I think we just leave him here and go. Maybe we
He'll
burn.
catch up with us.
We could burn his house down.
Yes, with him inside it. That sounds like a lovely plan. I'm
Okay.
available at the ready.
Let's strap him to the claws of the eagle, with a bag or whatever.
Okay, 1
Fasten
minute.
some straps.
1 minute. Who's doing
Okay.
it? Is that what you guys are gonna do?
Drop him.
Drop.
Okay, we'll drop him.
All
Flying,
right.
grabbing him.
So he's in a box?
Yeah, or a pouch.
All right, who's tying him?
I'll tell you.
I need you to do a survival check.
I will
It's
inspire you.
survival. You're gonna inspire me, you said? Is
Plus
anyone
5.
better at survival?
Yeah, who's good at tying
no.
knots?
It gotta be like a tool check.
I'm pretty sure I got 1 inspiration left, so it's better be worth it.
Wisdom.
I
Who
have
has good
plus
wisdom?
5 for survival.
You do it, Tari.
Tari rage ties it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy crap.
22.
So I inspire you instead then. So
27.
Yeah, so this thing is on real good. It is expertly knotted. And Lucky, all you have to do is with your other talents, pull a little string, and this thing will let go and
Okay, I'm up in the air 80 feet.
But we know it can survive
flying.
really high falls, so you have to go really high if you have.
yeah, it'll have to be. I mean, drop him off of the cliff, but
I'll
if you-
fly over the cliff and then drop him.
So I'll
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you have 30 seconds. So that's 3 rounds.
And if you dash, it's
Who's
160.
dashing?
I don't think I can dash.
You can dash. You can always dash. It just means you take your action as a movement.
Okay. We're going up.
160.
Okay, so this thing
200?
falls 1,640 feet.
1,000.
And that's
160.
We're not even gonna see this thing. It's gonna be a little.
all right.
It's like that deleted scene from Lord of the Rings when there was a third Hobbit who went to Mordor,
so-
and they don't talk about him anymore.
So how many d6s is that?
It's a
Right.
bonus.
Too many.
Right?
Sorry, what?
162, I think.
162
It's
d6s.
gonna fill with dice.
All right, roll 20 is going to explode.
Wait. How many?
Here we go. It's
Oh,
gonna be all-
wait, don't do it yet.
More
I'm gonna turn the
beautiful
dice
dice.
back on. Let me turn the dice back on.
Oh,
No.
I did it. It didn't look like. Oh my
We've erased him from existence.
god. Wow.
I've seen the 3D dice.
And there are a lot of ones. There are a lot of ones.
There's a lot of sixes too.
So, Ezrin or somebody, not Tari or Lucky, do a medicine check.
There's a Wile E. Coyote hole. Oh my word.
That was we saw.
A 7.
I'll get in on see if I can do
Okay.
something.
Nat 20.
There we go.
Rex, you look down and you see that he's unconscious, but not dead.
Is he like a dragon or something in gnome form?
But he is like, unless someone heals him, like he's essentially like done for. He is very much unconscious.
Um.
Well, that's the way we can.
Ouch.
But
Um,
take him with us.
Oh.
Hold on,
Should I
wait. Hold on. Chat's deciding things. Hold on.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, I muted myself. Can you? But you cannot.
Should I spare the dying?
You can't do. You can't. Can you choose that while you're in animal form? And can you choose it? Let's see. I'm looking up your. Why isn't it coming up? It's not a spell. No. Why can't I? Okay, where is it in the? Where is it on here? Fiend resistance. Doesn't need my hands. Okay, okay, fiend resilience. You choose one damage type to gain resistance to when you finish a short or long rest. So we can say that you did it earlier on. Damage from magical weapons or silver weapons ignore the resilience. Okay. So you take half damage. So half of 544 divided by 2. All right. So he is now at minus 272, 65. You live. Okay. All right. I'm back. Sorry, I
I
had
feel
to.
bad that we killed our guest.
So, actually, what happens is he falls 1,600 feet. Oof. And you hear down below,
Hey, let's talk about this. That was good, guys. That was really good. Listen, I heard you talking. I couldn't say anything because I was a frog. That was good. That was so good. I can guide you. Hey, I won't fight for you, but look, you see up there, there's a tunnel. You gotta go through the tunnel. The tunnel's scary. There's lots of dark, evil stuff. You're going to Skola Vale, right? Everyone's going to the Skola Vale. I'll get you there, and then I'll leave you at the border, and then I'll just walk away. Huh?
Did you learn anything?
I learned, you know what? I learned Maurice is a fucking bitch, but she has good friends. And it wasn't the crayon. It wasn't the crayon. All right. It was selling me out. It was allowing me or not allowing me to be who I truly am. And if that's not a crime, I don't know what is.
I feel like there's more story here.
I mean, we could talk about it all day.
How far away is he from us right now?
He's
scouting down the cliff again.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the cliff.
A conveniently placed megaphone is right nearby.
Oh, Ezra can make one.
Yeah, I mean, there's one down there. He's an artificer. It's like one of those things in the
There's
playground.
like a dead ram nearby, and he pulls off the horn and he's using that.
Yeah,
We're using our cell phones.
yeah.
So
We'll say that he dimension store back up to the top so you guys can have a conversation.
all right. And before he does, though, I just say, does anybody? I don't know how to ask somebody to look for insight without saying that.
Oh yeah, no, I've got a nat 20 for one of my portents, and after that nat 1, I'm going to use that this time. So my insight is a 25.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So I'm gonna say
A lot of my rolls tonight.
I'm gonna say at this point, like, he seems to be telling the truth. He might be embellishing a little bit on some of the dangers ahead, but he is like his fight is done. Like, he does not want to fight you guys.
All right.
And he generally seems impressed.
I would agree on one condition. You continue to make that excellent stew.
Come back anytime, and you can have all the stew in the world. I promise. I'll make a cauldron here, and I'll engrave your name on it, and I'll always have a pot just for you, ready. Might be years before I see you.
I think
at
it
the
might.
bottom of the cliff.
No, I mean, come on. You're funny. You're
We've
funny.
been adventuring together for at least 6 weeks, and it feels like years.
It's been a year.
So, can I help you through?
I'm inclined to believe you, but
Okay.
I don't speak for my companions, unfortunately.
What'd the giant eagle say? I heard it go, yeah!
That's what I heard. I don't
Caw.
Yeah. Okay.
One call for yes, 2 calls for no.
Scream!
And that box, I've never been put in a box like that before. Not even in Satessa.
You have to pay a lot for that in certain streets in Miletus.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about Miletus.
Yeah. Those streets, not so great no more.
All right. So are you guys gonna let him guide you?
I vote yes.
He won't fight, but
Especially with Rexenor's.
Well, if he
is he leading us to a trap, though?
if he turns
Oh,
on us, I
almost
say we
certainly.
kill him first.
Yeah.
I will put
That's
my
what I call
trust in those who can read people better than myself, but I will keep a close eye on.
Sometimes.
Maybe I can try insight. I'm okay at that. Let me see.
I mean, Rexenor got like a 28.
I got a 25.
25.
So like
Okay.
nat 20 plus 5, I
Yeah.
think that's pretty decent.
Do you know what I just rolled? I rolled a 3 or 2.
Yeah, you're
Although
like,
that's-
man, whatever. Seems legitimate. Oh,
What?
man.
So we
Sweet.
vote yes.
Unrelated. I did take Warcaster as my feat,
Nice.
which makes sense that I didn't track concentration on my Tyrannosaurus form.
I'll have to give him props for surviving that, though.
That's
2
crazy.
falls.
How
I-
did you survive?
Pretty durable.
How did you survive? That was a lot of damage, it looked like.
That might have been the most damaging thing I've ever seen.
Including Meteor Storm.
Yeah. 544 range.
It's like if you cast a meteor storm up and a meteor storm down, and someone was in the
And
middle.
somebody rolled a nat 1 on both.
So since you guys aren't gonna fight him, I'll tell you, fiendish resilience, and so that means he's resilient against a damage, and he chose fall damage. So that's the only reason why he
That's a
survived.
good choice.
Yeah,
Smart.
I guess if you live on a cliff.
yeah.
I will
That's a
also
good
say,
thing to say.
because I was concerned, I did look through the notes from previous sessions. We didn't necessarily agree to keep Maurice alive. So
I don't even know where Maurice came from. I wasn't there.
Maurice came from Satessa, and her initial purpose was that she was going to make the Pegasi fly faster through a potion of hers, and then she said that she would follow you really until this point. You weren't really quite sure how long, but her goal was always to return back to Satessa sooner rather than later.
Well, she'll be returning there, that's for sure.
if I die in a combat zone, box me up and send me home.
As we travel, I want
Mates.
to ask about his warlock ship with Perforos.
Oh,
Multi-classing?
yeah. You guys saw you saw that inside there?
Yes,
Oh man, should I do Perforos? Should Perforos step
No.
in for a minute here?
No, you can't. Okay, so I made a rule where if you guys are players, you cannot play your gods. That is not going to happen again. You
Hey,
can't get wish rings because you double play. That's not going to happen.
I'm not going to
double wish rings.
I think in this instance, Perforos would be like, interesting. And that's it.
Yeah. Perforos doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Fascinating.
Perforos is like, huh.
Right. Well, we can play that out.
That's a good idea for like a trampoline or something.
I picture the Spock eyebrow raise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
Fascinating.
So
Perforos, that's the parachute.
well, I traveled. Ah, boy, did I travel. I always wanted to be an artificer. Do you know, Manos? You ever get that desire to be somebody? To really, truly be somebody? You ever get that?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. And so I spoke to all sorts of people, and everyone was pointing me to the big volcano north of Akros. That's the place to get inspiration. That's where I went. That's where I went. And found some really cool people there. Ended up I never did meet Perforos. He's I get the sense that he's kind of a loner. But met some of his underlings. Boy. Yeah. So they did a little this for me and I did a little that for them, like my soul, that kind of stuff. But I can't say I'm terribly sad to see that Satessa is gonna get destroyed. They're a bunch of namby-pamby hippie bastards.
I understand that.
Yeah.
They do seem to be of that disposition.
Yeah. They're all about freedom and self-expression. For some, not for all.
Also not valid in all areas. Some conditions may apply.
Exactly. And I really didn't. I mean, no offense to the giant eagle, but I really didn't want to mess with horses and dolphins and shit for the rest of my life. Get it? Or
Yeah.
search out orphans. I had enough of orphans when I was one.
Did you ever work beers and beers?
They do make excellent liquor.
Spears and beers, no. No, I can't say I ever made my way to Miletus.
Well, I can identify with you. My background is rather different than what I would experience than what I became. Very nature-centered, and I've become very much a man of the city, so I understand.
Yeah, I figured. You seem like a rational satyr. I deal with satyrs a lot. They come up here. Sometimes they get lost. Sometimes they fall off the cliff, But I help them out as best I can.
Yes. We do try to be more sure-footed.
You goat people, you do pretty well. You do pretty well. Sometimes you're a little fuzzy, though. I can hardly even see you.
It's just our butts.
Yeah, it's your butts. Exactly. That's the fuzz. But you know what? You know what those satyrs love? crayons.
We do like crayons.
We like crayons.
Yes.
Right, Lucky?
I'm not big on crowns, I have to tell you.
Not crowns.
Crayons, not crowns.
All right, so you guys, you want to rest up or anything? Sorry about that, Tari.
So he's all nice now.
You know, I was always nice. You
Okay.
guys, you know, I did my deed. I did it, and then Tari came up and started to attack me. And then Ezrin blew me off a cliff. Talk about self-defense? Yeah, I think so. No hard feelings, guys. No hard feelings.
No.
You know,
To be fair, I never harmed you. Just want to say.
I
I was just
appreciate
gonna
that.
I
I was
only
just
hate
say-
it.
I am a barbarian.
Yeah.
So that is my reaction. You kill, I kill.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Sometimes Tari kills first, even.
And when you do, you expect people to defend their lives, and that's what I was doing. I wasn't attacking, I was defending.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right, you guys want to have some stew, take a rest?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes, please.
All right, so you all take a nice long rest. So there is that.
I'm back to human then.
And it would be good if we could
Or
get this guy to like
later.
join our fighting crew because he's pretty tough.
Yeah, but he said he
Should be
wouldn't.
Yeah, Rex gets the insight check that there's no chance that he's gonna help you guys, in other than like get to the Skola Vale boundary and then leaving.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's all we need.
That's
He's an
enough.
NPC.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all good? Ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
go up this mountain.
Let's go up the mountain. All right, I forgot to open up a quick thing.
You can take my bird shape out now.
Does he have any cool like devices that we use along the way?
Oh, and I don't give back his stuff, by the way.
No, of course not. Do you guys bury Murray's?
I think we
Um,
should.
Custom of Maurice's people. I feel like
I'm
a
gonna,
pirate seems more appropriate for Maurice, especially.
I get connected to people that like help us. So I'm gonna bury her, and then I'm gonna, you know, the shrubberies, and you can shape them into like different. You can like cut them up. I'm gonna shape it into.
And
A
then the
cat.
second one to create like a 2-level effect.
It's gonna be like a
Applause, applause.
So what are you doing, Lucky?
Well, I'm gonna grow this shrub, and then I'm gonna kind of shape it so it grows like a cat above her grave.
Oh, wonderful.
These little marks.
All right.
I just saw the gift that Thomas sent.
Here, hold on.
It's terrible. I love that exists.
Tonight's episode brought to you by Cayman Jack Canned Margarita.
Ooh.
Hand
Wow,
marker.
that's huge.
Oh my god, that's a good one. What in the world? Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, it's actually really adorable. I like it.
That's cute.
So it has this like shrub, right?
That's the idea. Yeah.
Right on the side there.
Aww.
All right.
Bruce.
So, you all make your way up through the path. Can you guys see? You guys can make your way up to the top. Let me see what you guys can see.
I can see the gate or the.
Yep. So there is a gateway up there, and
So crowded.
let's see.
I'm definitely not going in first.
Does anyone? Did we take a long rest or anything?
Yeah, you
Mhm.
did.
Did anyone need night vision goggles, or can everyone see in the dark?
I've got goggles.
I have
Anyone
night-
else need any? Good.
Probably yes. Oh wait,
Satyrs have night vision?
we do. I forgot.
I
think
don't
so.
remember.
I don't think they do.
Think so. Let me
Magic
check.
resistance.
What are you guys doing?
I was just wondering if you would need
Leaders
night
do
vision.
not have dark
No.
vision.
I can always cast a flame though. I have a produce flame that lights up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of torches
No,
around. Melvin himself has dark vision, so he'll guide you through. And
Okay.
as such, each of you do a, let's see, do a survival check with advantage.
That's better.
Survival.
Oh, mouse.
Wow.
Ooh, two nat 20s.
2 nat 20s,
Oh my
dang.
gosh.
Tari with a 13. Oof,
Oh,
Ezra
no.
with a 10. Wow,
Make that
another
3
nat
nat
20.
20s.
Not particularly.
Those are survival checks. Is what
Wow.
We're
Okay.
really living it up. Maybe it's that soup.
So
I'm
as
telling you, it's a stew.
as a group, you all do quite well. I'll roll for Melvin here. Let's see if he gets a nat 20. He got a 25, so
What?
that's pretty good. Not a nat
Not
20
too
though.
shabby.
Yeah, not too shabby. And so he's able to lead you through these winding corridors. You get the sense that without him, this would be quite a challenge. It reminds you of the underground caverns that you saved the villagers at back in the forest of Nilia, where it was quite a lot of turns, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But it takes you several hours, probably half a day, to get through these caverns. You hear some creatures, some scuttling, some footsteps, but nothing approaches you. And this goes into a little bit of narrative, so bear with me. So as you exit the dark passageway, your eyes struggle to contract as the light is amplified off bleached rock. The landscape is barren, except for the occasional rodents or scorpions running across the stones. The path leads you through broken boulders and scree in a steep decline through the I almost said crayon, through the canyon, through the green and blue crayons. To your right, the trail drops precipitously to the raging river below. Over the next several miles, you wind down the path as shrubs and trees begin to dot the landscape. After an arduous day, you get to the river. The river, carving through the rugged mountains, is fed from glaciers high up in the mountains and is a brilliant, clear, greenish blue. It's icy cold and about 200 feet across. But at this point, it seems deep, but sluggish. Melvin turns to you all and says,
Hey, so this is the border. This is as far as I can get you. I can, this is the best kind of ford. It is what it is. If you get swept down the stream, I can maybe help you a little bit, but this is it. You gotta just ford across, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Not the problem. I throw on the cloak of the mana ray and just swim across.
all right.
I paid a lot for this cloak and I barely get to use it. so-
Yeah. Do you know, Melissa, do a, while you were in the cave, do a perception check.
All right.
A 20.
bad.
Yeah, you also noticed while you were walking the caves that there was more red crayon writing and coloring and drawing and scribbling in the caverns. It was weird, but you went with it.
Did I read it?
It all said the same kind of stuff about Perforos.
Oh.
So Rexenor, you turn into or you get your cloak of mana ray and just.
Yeah, I just throw the hood up and I
All
got a
right.
swim speed of like 60 feet.
All right, and you make it across. You have to do like what you can either do a con or oh wait. So let me say this: that you all are It's getting evening, becoming evening. You guys climbed through this cavern, went down this mountainside, and you all are fairly tired. Do you cross now or wait till morning?
Doesn't matter to me. I swim back across.
What? How long would it take to get across?
Well, it's 200 feet, so whatever your movement is.
200 feet. Oh, Thomas.
I'm just going to
Thomas
swim
turned
as
into a cat.
Oh, Darby's here.
It's Darby.
Cat.
So what do you vote for, Lala?
Is it safer on the other side?
It looks to be about the same.
Okay.
Is anywhere in this world safe? Come on.
I don't know.
well.
You said it's a 200-foot crossing.
Yep.
And does it look like we can all make it pretty safely, or do people need assistance? Like,
I mean, Rexenor can swim like a manta ray, so he's doing just fine.
and I can carry probably 2 people on my
Yes.
back.
I'll
If
I'll take that ride.
I can change into a horse probably. That
My
can,
animal handling is better than my athletics, so I'll go.
or I can just do another bird.
Well,
There you go.
I
A
think
giant toad.
Oh wait, Ezrin, can you carry one of us?
I mean, I'm not super strong, but I also don't have to worry about drowning, so I can try. It might just
Oh,
be
yes.
slow.
you have a
I'm the
broom.
warrior. You're flying.
Yeah. Can you?
I wanted to go in the water. Come on. Okay, I'll just let
Yeah,
you
you can
take
do
my
both.
broom so I can go in the water.
You can
So
just
how
carry
about
us
one
over
person take
and
the
then
broom,
just
and I'll carry Tari and Theo.
That works. So you can have my
Theo
broom.
is heavy, so
I know,
be
I can-
prepared for that.
Technically, I can carry up to 900 pounds, but that would be a heavy load.
It's a real fox and the chicken conundrum here.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So I'll carry 2 people.
Okay. So
I'll be
I
right back.
need sorry. Everyone besides, well, okay. So Tari, what are you doing?
She's on my back.
Okay, Rex, you're swimming. Dia, are you on his back?
No, Denomus is gonna take the broom.
He's on the broom.
You're on the broom. Ezrin, you're swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Is it because there's a current?
It's because you're tired as shit.
Oop.
Oops, I didn't mean to do it with advantage.
You have 1 point of exhaustion, and you will have disadvantage on the crossing. Lucky, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw as an eagle, or whatever the hell you are.
Oh,
What time of day is it?
It is, I would say, about 6 o'clock p.m.
So I'm gonna roll this, but just subtract 1.
Okay.
So
You're
19.
fine.
Damn.
You're feeling good. Do we know what Theodorus is doing?
He's on my back.
Who's riding on Lola?
Theodore on your back? How much can you carry?
I can technically carry up to 900, but that would be a heavy load. 300 is a light load,
So he weighs like 200 and something.
and 300 to 600 is medium load.
And what does that change?
I don't know. That's all my that's
Probably
just the carrying
speed.
capacity.
You'd probably slow
Speed.
down some.
Can
Okay.
you just go back and forth like 2 times and then you'd have 2 light loads?
So I have
Yeah.
a medium load on my back right now. I don't know how that.
Okay. So, there's only one swimmer in the water besides Rex, because Rex is now a manta ray. So Ezrin, I need you to do a strength or dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Strength or dex?
All right. So as you start to swim, you get about halfway across and you start feeling real tired. And you
I
start
mean, I am a Triton, so like water is my natural habitat.
Okay, so I'll say that you don't have disadvantage, but you still got an 11.
Yeah.
The water's your natural habitat, but climbing down a mountain is not.
No.
So your flippers are feeling real beat up at this point. So you're gonna take, let's see, 10. What would that be? Let's do bludgeoning damage as you get smashed into some rocks.
Ouch!
And you
Dang
get
it,
swept
this is
downstream a
not like the
couple.
ocean.
Yeah, and you get swept downstream a couple hundred feet. Lucky, for shits and giggles, let's have you do either a strength or dex save, just straight up.
Hold on, my strength save. Strength or dex?
Either one.
So you can add +2 since I'm an eagle. Unless I'm disadvantaged because I'm tired.
Nope, you're flying over the water. A
Oh,
7
8.
or 8. Okay, so
Fine's a bit strong.
yeah, you take to the air and you're super tired, and you're about halfway across, you fall into the water.
No!
I need Tari and Dia
Oh,
and
so sorry.
Theodore each to make a con save or a strength or dex save straight up.
For who?
Tari, Dianominos, Theodore.
I wasn't on his back.
Oh, you weren't? I thought you were.
Diabolos is on a broom.
Oh, you're on the broom. Okay, so you're good.
I wanted to swim. I guess I should have taken my broom.
So, Lucky, I need you to do another strength or dex.
Oh shoot.
12. 13.
Tari,
down
you
water.
fail. Theodore fails. Lucky.
Oh, I have to do another one?
Yeah, do another strength or dex as you're swimming for your life at this point. And you make it.
20.
You make it. So the other two take a whopping 5 bludgeoning damage as you finally swim across. So
The worst part is we're all going to die of dysentery, the ones that survive getting across the river.
I always get the rattlesnake bite.
so the last minute you see that who got the lowest score? I guess Theodore. That as Theodore is struggling, you know, his little hoofs don't hit the water too well. You see that Melvin dimensions door right to the shore and is able to grab his hand and pull him ashore real quick. And then he says,
All right, guys. Good luck. You're going to need it. Bye.
and he dimensions door and snaps back to the other side of the bank and works his way back up the path.
I kind of like Melvin. I hate to say it.
Rexenor doesn't, but Nick does.
Yeah. He has that charming, like, psychopath personality.
He's out returning some videotapes.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty.
Exactly. Yeah. Always the broken axles. There he got bit by a rattlesnake. Uh-oh, all dead. Okay, so night settles in. What do you want to do? You want to take a rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ezrin, do you have any extra spots in your spell saving ring?
Me?
No, Ezrin.
In my spell saving ring, I mean, I can free up a spot if I should, but I believe
Well,
it is-
I just thought I might be able to help you out. But
I believe it is full. I appreciate the offer, though.
let me look at something real quick before Rex is going to bed down.
Big yawn, Tari. Tari's ready for bed.
I'm exhausted.
Rexenor is going to take a little time and cast Arcane Eye just to make sure there's nothing in the immediate kind of vicinity of us. An invisible magical eye that hovers in the air for the duration. A men will receive visual information. It has normal vision and dark vision up to 30 feet. As an action, I can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. No limit to how far the eye can move. It can't enter another plane, blah, 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 blah. Lasts up to an hour. So I'm just going to kind of scan the area and make sure that nothing is...
Yeah, so you do that, and there's certainly like some wild creatures, but they're all just kind of going around your camp. Nothing that looks like they're kind of sniffing, like what the heck is this? But nothing that seems to be malicious at this point.
I say, it's all clear. We can sleep.
All right. Anyone do tiny hut?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. You guys do tiny hut. You take a nice long rest. The sun comes up. It's glorious. Let's see what the weather's going to be like today. Oh, that's a D20.
Are we in the Skola Vale yet, or at the?
You
edge of
are
it?
now on the very outskirts of the Skola Vale. You are at its. You are now in its territory. Yeah. So
I feel home.
yeah,
around the corner.
and you recognize some of this area. Usually, you know, there's multiple paths to get in and out of Skola Vale that the satyrs use, but this area is not unfamiliar to you. So the next morning, it's a little overcast, but crossing the river, you continue on an often difficult to follow trail. Several days pass as you trudge through the wilderness. On the third day, you quickly find that the hills and mountains subside, and the land becomes broad and lush. Orchards are full of cherry trees, apple trees, tangerines, and all manner of fruit dot the landscape. Chaotic but well-loved vineyards creep up hillsides. Wild berry plants creep in and out of thick groves of tall trees. The smell of earth, flowers, and food nearly overwhelm you after days in the wild. Ancient tales express that the tears of Nilia created the Skola Vale. Some of you are returning home. Some of you are here for the first time. But you all get the sense that this is truly Nilia's land. I need you all do a perception check.
Pretty good.
I should just not roll anymore. I did Tom and myself, and both sucked.
Well, if you put them both together, you've got a decent roll.
Right, exactly. Tari, I mean, yeah, not so much. Theodore, nah, not so much. Everyone else, well, Lucky, you're just...
I'm trying because I'm so happy to be back. I can't see very well.
Yeah, you're breathing it all in, and this all just seems... Yeah, you're
I
loving
never
it.
thought I'd be back home.
Right? It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Dianomos, how are you doing with this? This is where you're born.
Yeah, it's my first time back since I was orphaned, so
Wow.
I think I'm probably kind of emotional, but also like, I don't know, I'm really underwhelmed, I guess, in a way.
Underwhelmed. You're like, man.
I mean, just like, it's not the crazy experience I built in my head, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how I think he would do it. I don't know. Maybe it's the opposite.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's your character. So the rest of you, well, and Dianomos, you start to hear this pan flute music off in the forest. And as you continue down this path, it's becoming clearer and clearer, this path, and then the noise becomes louder, and you start to hear drumming, and you start to see dancing, and you start to see all sorts of revelry as just almost out of the forest grows all these satyrs
Oh my gosh.
dancing
Yeah, I'm getting
around
excited.
a tree. So you guys you guys are down here. You guys see the map?
Yep.
Okay. So then as the rest of you kind of that didn't notice it at first, you walk further and further along, and you do see that there is a large group of satyrs and even dyads up above are kind of down by this brook, singing and dancing, eating and drinking. It's about midday and just glorious. What are y'all doing? We'll start with Lucky, actually. What are you doing?
I lift up one paw, other paw, other paw. I start trotting forward, shaking
All
my
right.
head.
And
just
you start
as I-
dancing to it.
I know I could do this for hours or days and weeks because this is just my natural habitat.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I get so lost in this.
Dianomnos, what do you, other than feeling underwhelmed, anything else now that you kind of see this group?
I think I do the same thing basically. I start kind of dancing.
You're feeling it?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, this feels more like what I thought.
All right. Tari, how are you doing?
Dancing kind of scares Tari. She's always afraid that someone's gonna step on her tail. So she's just gonna kind of hang back a little bit and watch.
Okay. So you're gonna kind of hang out in the back of the crowd a little bit. Rex, how you doing?
Relatively okay. I would say Rex is kind of taking it all in, appreciating it as, its own unique culture. I'm sure he's seen like demonstrations of this kind of thing before, but to see it in its indigenous form is, obviously quite compelling. I would say the other thing that he's feeling is a kind of vicarious joy for Dianominos and Lucky Lala as someone who, at least for the moment, feels like he probably will never be able to go home again. Being able to see these guys return to their home, it brings some joy and also a little wistfulness. True neutral. Nothing is unalloyed.
Wonderful. Ezrin, how you doing? You're really far away from the ocean, by the way.
Yes, I am feeling kind of similar to Rex, where it's like I see them returning to this home, and it makes me think of my home. The river, the river didn't go very well, and I am missing the ocean where you can go deep and you do not have to worry about crashing into rocks. So I think I'm kind of morose, and I'm sitting there enjoying it, but also perhaps if there's any dew or little puddles of rain that have formed, I'm kind of wistfully looking at them.
Oh yeah, and there's a creek right in front of you, a beautiful teal creek that come together just in front of you, and it definitely has the pure sense of water that you can only really get in the Skola Vale or within the cities of your homeland, or home water, I should say.
Yes, sorry, my screen was all the way down and I couldn't see the river. I'm going to, as I'm sitting there, I'm going to go into this water and kind of like a back area, just a little eddy area, and just soak in the water and let myself relax for once in a long time.
And as you begin to feel relaxed, you hear from the other side of the bank this satyr that says,
Hey, who goes there?
My name is Ezrin Azul Nightshade.
Ezrin? Azul
Yes.
Nightshade. You are trespassing.
Is this not the water? Does the water belong to you? I am sorry, I did not realize.
You are in the Skola Vale. Please, where are you? All come forward before we have to kill you.
No, don't kill him.
Not you.
We just need a break. We need to replenish and refresh.
Oh, there will be plenty. There will be plenty of time to refresh. We just gotta make sure that you're not bad.
We get attacked by so many people. We just want to be welcomed.
You are. Okay, come here.
Ezrin's just like, oh.
Do you all go forward?
I will.
Yeah, Rex and Art thinks it's pretty adorable. They think they can kill us. So
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, honey, so many have tried. Some have even succeeded.
So on my way forward, I grab a berry from a tree, eat it, and then I scream, throat scream, and then I go a little bit feet more forward.
Yeah, and this guard, she looks at you, Lucky, and says,
Lucky, is that
Yeah.
you?
It's me.
Where have you been?
I don't know. I just disappeared one day, and now I have been on many adventures that I just can't explain.
It is me, Lulaudi. Can you believe that they let me be a guard?
What?
I know, it's crazy.
You can hold a weapon?
Sometimes. Yeah, I know. It's
So
crazy.
much has changed.
So much has changed. I am one of Nelia's favored. I couldn't believe it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But you all arrived just in time because we're having a festival.
Oh, really? Is it the same one that was happening when I left?
It's always the same. No, actually, this one is different. You know, it's a new month, and so we have to celebrate new things. And I forgot. Oh, you know, it's Megasfagion.
Language.
So, Megasfagion is the new month that you all are in. This is the month dedicated to Mogus. It is primarily a time to revel in ruin in some parts of the world. So there's domesticated versions of Mogus, Mogus's typical rites involving sacrifice, cooking, and eating of cattle. Often devolves into a drunken and occasionally violent revel. So, how the Skolavelians deal with this is that they eat, they drink, they wrestle, they fight. It doesn't usually get violent by any stretch of the imagination, but it is just another excuse to have a party.
So it's like the Renaissance Festival.
It is like much like the Renfest.
It's
Absolutely.
a lot like the Red Fest, actually. Yeah.
I love it.
Lulaudi looks at you, Dionomos, and says, I don't recognize you. Who are you?
Oh, I don't expect that you would. I grew up here a long time ago, but I was orphaned and then taken, alas, to Miletus, where I spent the rest of my youth and up until now.
Oh, how horrible.
I know, it's a different life, but it gives perspective.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you, I feel at home. This is nice.
Good. Krissa would like to probably have a word with you all.
Sure.
Would you like to? Yes, it's time to talk to her. Yes.
Yes.
Esvin, you have goggles on, or you?
Well, they're pretty sweet.
That's
Sorry. Everything's blue.
You look very fish-like.
All right, so she leads you all to Cressa, who is up here. If y'all want to follow her and make your way through the revels and come to Cressa.
Come to Cresta.
From Satessa to Cressa.
Okay.
You'll have to move, Tom. I don't know where he is.
I hear he's sounds like he's playing with some kids. Is Dionomos joining?
Yeah, sorry. Where is it?
Wait, do I know?
Oh, he's way down there.
What does she look like? Oh, she's the elf.
So you all make your way to Cressa, and she looks around and looks at each of you directly in the eye and stops on you, Lucky, and says,
Lala, you have returned.
I have.
Welcome home. We have missed you.
I have missed this place so much.
Yes. Well, hopefully you can stay and appreciate the revels that we have to offer.
And she looks around and stops on you, Dionomnos.
What's up?
And despite Lilaudi not saying a word to her, she looks into your eyes and she says,
I know you. You are the Anomalos, are you not?
Yes. You remember? You have a good memory. It's been a long time since I've been back or been here.
Yes, I know your parents well. And I know your sister. Is she well?
The last I saw of her, she was okay, but things were not in the best of shapes.
I feared for both of your lives when we learned of your family's ambush in the Nillian Woods so many years ago.
Yes, that was a very dark time.
Yes. But we
Maybe
don't
you
talk
can
about
help me
dark
with
times here, do we?
No,
no.
no. Although, to be fair, it wasn't Satessa, so maybe this place was spared that.
Oh, yes,
I would
yes.
appreciate if you could tell me all you know, though, that at some point.
We will talk about it. You have to forgive me. I sound a little morose. I'm not that drunk yet. Wine, please, wine, please. Anybody, wine.
And one of the other satyrs brings her some more wine, and she says,
And the rest of you, welcome to the Skola Vale.
It is lovely here. Thank you for having us.
You're absolutely welcome. Please, make yourself at home. But before you can stay here for one night, you must complete the Cult of Horns.
Say what?
Lucky, you know quite well what the Cult of Horns is.
I don't
That
remember.
before any satyrs within the Skola Vale can allow any outsiders into their tribe and into their revelry, they have to participate in a type of hazing, humiliating, taxing mental tasks and physical tasks.
Mm-hmm.
You also know, Lala, that as a member of this group, if you participate, you will be looked down upon, kind of like cheating. You're a cheater, pumpkin eater, as they would call you. But you can participate, or at least coach people on what to expect.
Okay.
And what's that?
I think it's kind of like once I got here, there's this sense of this hive mentality almost that like whatever the group does, I kind of feel like almost drawn to it, almost like a natural like instinct almost, kind of like a I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you definitely
with the crowd. I'm like kind of like one organism.
Yes, absolutely. The sway of the music and the cadence of the speech, it feels very much at home, and you are right back into it. And you're like, yes, we have to complete the Cult of Horns before anything else can happen. So you're just like nodding along. So we will start with the Cult of Horns next time.
All right. Cult of Horns.
Does Denomenos have to do it since he's been gone so long?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone besides Lala.
Oh.
Minotaurs are cooler than satyrs.
It's like a rite of passage.
It is. It's very much a rite of passage. So, all right. Good.
I was in college for 10 years. I think.
Oh gosh,
True.
10 years. Oh my
Big shout out to Epic Gamer for playing Melvin and building his stat block and everything. Man,
We squished him too fast.
Yeah, sorry for trying to murder you, I guess.
you guys did great. Like he was probably the toughest thing that you guys have faced, and you're just like, nope. That's
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we don't want to. We'll do the old turtle throw.
Exactly.
The turtle.
I do want to reiterate, Rexnor didn't actually cause any violence. He only advocated for it.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Turtle toss. Turtle toss.
Oh,
The turtle thing hadn't happened. Was he going to help us anyway?
no, he was gonna kill you. Well, I mean, you guys could have like when he was in the very beginning saying like, "Hey, I killed Maurice. I'm good to go." You guys could have just walked away.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, just like in Mad Max.
But we can't. We're too. We're too attached.
You're too
I was
altruistic.
I was gonna do the same thing either way. I was gonna cast detect thoughts to see like, is this guy hostile to us
Yeah.
or like
Yeah. Yeah.
like I don't know that I'm cool with him killing Maurice, but he faced his death sentence and lived through it, so
Yeah. I mean, falling 1,000 feet.
544 fucking damage.
Yeah.
That is
Plus
nuts.
the 80 something he took from Ezrin.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
I
Epic.
would have raged before I tried to knock him off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I started to say something, but I'm like, Nick, that's metagaming. Shut your fucking mouth.
after the fall, he still had 68 HP.
Jesus.
Wow.
But like I mean, that was like 90% of his health.
No.
So he was a big beefy
If-
boy.
I mean, if we did do episode titles, Turtle Toss the Humongous would have been.
Except he was a
pretty
frog.
good. Sorry, a frog, because there are no turtles in D&D apparently. Only frog.
Really?
There's no stat for a turtle.
Yeah,
But Adam
the folks at Hasbro are like, let me tell you something about turtles. Fuck turtles.
Yeah, they're either
No,
dragons or
Except
don't.
dragon turtles.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Critical Role did this exact same thing where they were on a ship, and I think it was a turtle dragon or dragon turtle, whatever the hell they're called, that was going to attack the ship, and they turned it into like a minnow or something, and got away.
They did that to a frost giant or something too. They turned it into a turtle and left it on an icy lake where it couldn't move.
Nice.
Now that I think about it, I steal all my stuff from them apparently.
Maybe.
Hey, using polymorph to turn people into things. The fairies and pixies did that to Rexanor and Meemaw and Zoverchubbins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I finally got to the good part of being a bard.
Yeah. Seriously, you are super OP.
Am I though? I mean,
you're pretty beefy to begin with.
The biggest hamper against bards is their spell list, which is
Uh-huh.
unimpressive.
yeah, I got like 10 to pick from. None of them are any good.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
the
like
polymorph's pretty cool.
2 of them are decent.
Polymorph, pretty good.
Polymorph is good.
We'll get some
When you can pull spells from other classes, then you're okay.
I do like the Bard of Eloquence knocking your saving throw down.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then polymorphing. Wow. Yeah. You get -8.
Well, that was lucky, but he also rolled a 1. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
frog toss.
Yeah, and big shout out again to chat for helping out with that encounter, and then naming a good half of these satyrs. They all have names.
Who's this really buff one right here, holding a piece of corn or something?
It's really out of character for us to not meet and introduce ourselves to every single one of them.
I know. He has a pan flute. I'll make him a little
Oh,
bigger.
that's pan flute. It looks like a piece of corn. Okay, I can see it now.
So that's
Well, if it's made in America, it's probably made from corn.
Do dryads
pretty-
speak or do they just sing and dance?
what's
He's
that?
pretty buff.
Do dryads speak? Or are they just like
You'll have to
like
discover
things?
why the dryads are there. That's tune. But the guy with the pan flutes is Tudnil, and is dancing around having a good time.
So I don't. How are they not getting attacked by like all the crap going on in Satessa?
It's very
You know what?
secluded.
Actually, I was gonna do this. Everyone do a perception check.
All right.
They are attacking everyone else as well.
Yeah.
Like, actually.
Oh gosh, I gotta open that spell sheet.
Yeah, I'm done. Good night.
Poor dog.
Yeah, an 8.
It's such a secluded area too.
What's the perception?
Active 18, passive 20.
Yeah. So you always see. All right.
I'm very observant.
So a chunk of you and the rest of you kind of like Rex and Ezrin kind of pointed out. Lucky knows this, and a lot of you also know this just through history, is that the satyrs, their culture is one of almost passivity. They do have guardians, as you met one of them. You get the sense there's probably a lot more around, but that they don't necessarily go on the offense. They really, really try to avoid any like Debbie Downer talk. It's all about revelry and having fun. You get the sense that if there's any kind of grievance that can't be decided in some kind of competition, like playful competition, then essentially it turns into you go over there and you go over there. Go in your corners and take some time. There's no
Go get your corners and come out when the bell rings.
exactly. There's no exile. There's no corporal punishment. Nothing like that. You
Also picture it as sort of just really remote, like the Alabama of Theros.
yes, and
What?
Lucky, you're very familiar with this, where at night all of the satyrs sleep in trees because during the night beasts walk around and they don't attack the beasts. If a child or some drunk satyr finds themselves on the ground at night, they're probably not going to last very long. What Rexenor and Ezra notice is that instead of like the low boughs that appear to have little like sleeping areas and flats in them, that it appears that the top boughs of the trees have damage, as if the satyrs have been trying to find refuge higher and higher in the trees, causing damage to them. But you don't say anything about it quite just yet. So you know
very
that
neutral.
things aren't quite right in the Skola Vale. Lucky, once that's pointed out to you, you know that that is not how you left this land.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. With that, we will call it a night.
Yeah.
We'll be here next Thursday.
Yep.
Should be.
Sweet.
So,
Sweet.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Sweet. All right. Have a good night, everyone. We'll
Night.
see you later.
Bye.
Sorry, I called. Why?
All right. Good job, chat. Lovely to have you. Let's see. I'm just reading your last comment. Yeah. Okay. So, playing as gods next week? I don't think so. I was thinking about it, but you know what I'm going to do is after they do the Skola Vale. So let's look at it. Let's move them all to the start screen. So they're going to do the Skola Vale, and they'll probably be here for 1, maybe 2 sessions. They might start off session 2, but I don't imagine next session's going to take very long, to be honest with you. I think they're going to do their business, and then I'll leave the Skola Vale, head up to the Phoenix Stairs, and that's when we'll play as the gods. So 2 weeks, I think. Yeah. So 2 weeks we'll play as the gods and see if have you seen a god session? I don't know if you have, but so the person who plays Theodore also plays Perforos. And I think he's right. Perforos isn't going to give a shit about Melvin because Perforos is an egotistical maniac. But maybe he will, we can do certainly a random encounter where he talks to Perforos. We can absolutely play that out. So remind me if that doesn't happen, or if I'm forgetting, but I shouldn't forget that. All right. Well, everyone, Epic Gamer, thanks for bringing a friend. Hopefully your friend enjoyed it. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat, but always appreciated new people. And Apostle of Orcus, thanks for hanging out as always as well. In terms of streaming this week, we will be here Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern playing a different campaign. We'll be playing the We Slay Things campaign, so come and hang out with us then. You had to leave for a COVID test. Ugh, well, hopefully that's going okay. That sucks. Bummer. I do enjoy playing as the gods. I miss it. I wish we could do nothing but that. But anyway, next Tuesday should be able to. I'm thinking of my schedule. I'll try my damnedest. I ended up playing Totally Accurate Battle Simulator with my child on Tuesday, and never played that before, but I've always watched people play it, and it's a lot of fun. But so yeah, I will try to stream on Tuesday because we got some shit to figure out. We got some stuff to figure out, guys. You've been trying to catch up on those. You miss Omega. Omega's back. Omega's back. Omega will be there. Tabs is fun. Tabs is a lot of fun. Right, bud? Tabs is fun?
Tabs is fun. It's so great.
All right. Okay. One of these days I'll have to stream it. Okay. All right. With that. Oh, what the heck? Get back up there, guy. Get over there. All right. Auf Wiedersehen.